Henry Kissinger gave the game away. According to him, and if you are to listen to what he's saying there, let's expand NATO while Russia is weak. Just another move of many to maintain his US hegemony. Since then, Kissinger's no man's land has moved eastward. Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Romania, and Bulgaria. Additionally, the number of US bases and missile installations is now immensely increased. It is now from Murmansk to the Black Sea. Russia finds itself threatened right along its western borders. All of this while the US, with its Monroe Doctrine, has since 1832 upheld its right to forbid any foreign entity to operate within its territorial region. They just can't be hypocritical enough. Just take a listen to the Prince of Darkness, better known as Henry Kissinger.
A need to press for expanding NATO to those countries at the moment. What do you see?
The basic problem is as follows. The reason the Germans are interested in the expansion of NATO is that the border of NATO now is at the eastern German border, which doesn't happen to be threatened because that's the border with Poland. If there is a threat, and we can argue whether there is or not, it is at the Polish border it's on the eastern Polish border. So it is sort of senseless to have a guarantee for the borders that are not threatened and no guarantee for the borders that may be threatened. Secondly, I think it is important to define what Europe is supposed to be. If we have two categories of borders in Central Europe, we are creating de facto a no man's land between Russia and Germany, which both of them will then try to fill, encouraging nationalism in both Russia and Germany, and the sort of separate deal for the partition or spheres of influence, or exactly the sort of diplomacy that contributed so much to European tensions and wars before World War II.
Just before we get into too many issues here, let's go back to the question of which borders are threatened and which borders are not threatened. I mean, my understanding is that no borders are threatened at the moment. Even the existing borders of NATO are not threatened at the moment, is that?
No, the existing borders of NATO can't be threatened because they are now adjoining friendly countries. So there's nobody there with any capacity to threaten the borders, at least not from the east. So the problem is whether the new states of Eastern Europe, the former Soviet satellites, should be included in NATO. And if we are reluctant to antagonize the Russians today when they're weak, it is an illusion to think that somewhere 3-4 years down the road we can suddenly move in that direction when they're stronger. Nor am I saying that we should treat the Russians as enemies. What I'm saying is we should have the friendliest political relations with Russia. And the President's visit to the European Security Conference is a good symbol of this. I look at NATO as a safety net, as an insurance policy. And you don't want to wait to take out an insurance policy when the house is already on fire.
But you...